In a week marked by political theatrics and loyalty tests to Donald Trump, Republican Congressman Andy Ogles has gone to extreme lengths by introducing a constitutional amendment to allow Donald Trump to serve a third term in office. This proposal would alter the 22nd Amendment, which currently restricts presidents to 2 terms. Let's break down the implications, the hurdles, and the broader strategy behind this move. First, let's address the obvious. This proposal is blatantly unconstitutional under the current framework. The 22nd Amendment explicitly limits presidents to 2 terms, and amending the Constitution is no small feat. It requires a 2/3 majority vote in both the House of Representatives and the Senate, followed by ratification from 34 of the 50 states. In today's political landscape, where even basic bipartisan cooperation is rare, the likelihood of securing such overwhelming support for this amendment is negligible. However, the infeasibility of this proposal doesn't mean it should be dismissed outright, as it plays into a broader Republican strategy. This move is emblematic of a pattern we've seen repeatedly. An outlandish idea is floated as a joke or fringe proposal, only to be normalized over time. Donald Trump himself has hinted at wanting to stay in office indefinitely. In 2019, during a closed-door event, Trump boasted about the possibility of running for additional terms, ostensibly as a joke. "We're looking good for another 4 years," he said. "And then if we want to, another 4, maybe another." These comments were dismissed by many as hyperbole or humor, but they reveal a deeper truth. Trump consistently telegraphs his authoritarian ambitions, and his followers take note. This isn't the first time Republicans have sought to subvert established norms and constitutional principles to benefit Trump. Consider the concept of presidential immunity, which isn't explicitly mentioned in the Constitution. Yet, with the help of conservative judges, Republicans have managed to create and expand this doctrine to shield Trump from legal consequences. Similarly, the Constitution's 14th Amendment, Section 3, bars insurrectionists from holding office. Despite its clear text, this provision has been effectively neutralized by Republican lawmakers and judges who are more concerned with protecting Trump than upholding the rule of law. Congressman Daniel Goldman's response to Ogles' proposal captures the broader issue. By now, Donald Trump's pattern is predictable. Joke about something unconstitutional or authoritarian, normalize the joke, and allow sycophantic Republicans to adopt the joke as a serious idea until it becomes MAGA orthodoxy. Goldman introduced a resolution shortly after the 2024 election to reaffirm Congress's support for the 22nd Amendment, recognizing the inevitability of a move like Ogles. Yet House Speaker Mike Johnson refused to bring it to a vote, underscoring the Republican leadership's complicity in enabling Trump's authoritarian ambitions. Let's not underestimate the stakes here. Trump's actions and rhetoric make it clear that he views norms and precedents as obstacles to be ignored. He has consistently prioritized his own interests over the country's democratic principles. Trump's philosophy boils down to a simple mantra: do whatever you can to get whatever you want, and wait for someone to stop you. This approach is not just dangerous for American democracy, it's a direct threat to the rule of law and global stability. We've seen this play out before. In the lead-up to January 6, 2021, Trump's tweet about a big protest in D.C. being wild was dismissed by many as typical Trump bluster. But his rhetoric directly incited the violent insurrection that followed. Even now, Trump continues to defend and pardon the very individuals who attacked the Capitol, showing his disdain for accountability and the rule of law. The normalization of extreme ideas like Ogles' proposed amendment is part of a broader strategy to desensitize the public to authoritarianism. Trump's first days back in office in 2025 have been a whirlwind of extreme actions designed to overwhelm and exhaust the public. From withdrawing the U.S. from international agreements like the Paris Climate Accord and the World Health Organization to attempting to end birthright citizenship, a bedrock principle of American democracy, Trump's agenda is clear: dismantle norms, consolidate power, and punish opposition. Other alarming moves include revoking civil rights protections, such as the Equal Employment Opportunity Executive Order of 1965, and halting scientific research publications amid a public health crisis. These actions are designed to fatigue and demoralize the public, making resistance seem futile. But our job is to remain vigilant and to call out these actions for what they are: deliberate steps toward authoritarianism. What makes this moment particularly dangerous is the willingness of Republican lawmakers to go along with these extreme measures. Whether it's to own the libs or to curry favor with Trump, their actions contribute to normalizing ideas that were once unthinkable. By proposing a third term for Trump, Ogles is not just sucking up to Trump. He is advancing a dangerous agenda that threatens the very foundations of American democracy. We must take these actions seriously, even if they seem far-fetched or unlikely to succeed in the immediate term. History has shown that authoritarian regimes often begin with small, incremental steps that are dismissed as improbable or unserious. The time to push back is now, before these ideas gain further traction and become accepted as legitimate political discourse. Ultimately, this is not about Andy Ogles or even Donald Trump. It's about preserving the principles that underpin American democracy. The 22nd Amendment exists for a reason: to prevent the concentration of power in a single individual. Allowing Trump or any other president to serve beyond 2 terms would undermine the checks and balances that are essential to our system of government. This fight is not just about one amendment or one president. It's about the future of democracy itself.